Your coffee.
My coffee.
Bye. Oh well, it's one of those mornings where I'm running very late. Nonetheless, I'm going to get a 41 kilowatt hour Renault Zoe and I am very excited. Yes! Before you go to sleep, shall I tell you about this car we're going to pick up? Well, it's an electric car, like Daddy's Tesla. I don't know a huge amount about the car we're going to pick up. I know it seats 5 people. I'm hoping it's got a perfectly normal amount of luggage space because we're actually going to go and stay the night at Jasper's grandparents, which is great because it means we get to give this new vehicle a bit of a run in. It has got a reasonable range. In these conditions at 4 degrees Celsius, I would expect it to be able to go about 150, 155 miles, empty to full, which is good, isn't it, Jasper? 155 miles on one charge.
No.
It is.
No.
It is. Jasper, he's all about the range. But that's why this is mainly exciting for me, is because I actually think this is a pretty respectable range vehicle, capable of actually being a main car for a small family. So for the next 24 hours, it's going to be our main car. In summertime, this car should be able to do about 180 miles of range, which is very good. Don't you think, Jasper? Yeah, see, he likes that. 180 miles of range and his thumbs up. The charging, the quick charging is a bit of a question mark on this because it doesn't actually have DC quick charging. Instead, it uses the AC Type 2 fast charging, do they call it? Anyway, it's 43 kilowatts. And there are quite a lot of Type 2 fast chargers out there. Not as many as there are CHAdeMO, admittedly, because all the units that have gone in at the motorway service stations, CHAdeMO is on every electricity pump, as they're sort of called. But the AC fast charging is usually only on 1 or sometimes 2. But you do get AC medium chargers. They'll do 22 kilowatts, which, as you can stay at a motorway service station for 2 hours, if you've got something to do or someone to feed, then, and it also won't come out of the £6 for half an hour allowance if you use the medium chargers. Now, I'm not 100% sure that the car I'm going to be picking up can actually do 43 kilowatts. It might only be able to do 22. There's no ISOFIX in the front of this car, but I think there might be in the new car. Shall I try and put your car seat in the front so you can sit in the passenger seat at the front? Would you like that? No, I don't think I'm going to buy it. I don't think it's a permanent swap. It's just a trying it out swap. Which reminds me, I should say a massive thank you to Glynhopkin Renault in Chemlsford. Oh, this is very exciting, Jasper. I always get very excited by new EVs. That's it, wipe your feet. Come on, Jasper, we're going to go have a look at the Renault Zoe. That's our car for the next few days. You want to buy it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, it's raining on my camera.
Put your foot on the brake and there's a little start-stop button just behind you there.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you press that, it will just come up and ready.
Got to remember, handbrake. That always catches me out these days. That's a pretty good fit in my book. Well, fantastic. Very exciting. Shall we go? Okay. Shall we see, is it fast? Do you think this car's fast? Oh, yeah, it seems like it's got plenty of poke. I mean, it's not a race car. I tell you what though, the nice thing about driving a smaller car, small cars, British roads, much better fit. Right, so have you got any thoughts, Jasper, so far?
Yes.
Yes? Do you like this car?
Yes, I
You do like it? Oh, brilliant. I am a little concerned. I have discovered one thing that could be a bit of a deal breaker for me with this car. The cup holders seem a little bit on the small side. Or maybe I will just have to start drinking espressos. What do you reckon, Jasper? Should Daddy start drinking espressos?
The car is cool, Daddy.
Oh, you like it, do you? Well, it seems to be getting the thumbs up from Jasper so far. It beeps every now and again, and for quite a while I was confused as to what that meant. I now know. It means there is a speed camera coming up. That's one of the great things about this sat-nav. It tells you the speed of the road you're on, and it highlights any upcoming speed cameras. We're trying to get him to stop it sucking his fingers, and there you go, that's another one of those speed camera warnings. And so what we're doing is we're basically bribing him with small presents. And it seems to be working really well, because we were kind of worried that his fingers might come off the level of sucking he was doing. Jasper, is I've now done 65 miles, over 2/3 of the journey. The battery still says we have 83 miles of range, which is good, very good in fact, because you might have noticed, but the weather is shocking, and that's not going to help range. It is, as far as I can tell, a perfectly reasonable long-range vehicle. It's comfortable to drive, the steering seems responsive. I'm not a massive fan of mixing the brake with regen, which this car does do, but it does at least do it in quite a sort of smooth fashion. Good news as well, going to get to keep the car for a little bit longer than I originally thought, and keep it 48 hours instead of 24, so I'll have plenty of time to really get to know it. This is going to be the furthest I have ever driven without charging in a non-Tesla. Quite something. It doesn't feel like you're constantly looking at the range thinking, am I going to make it, am I not? One of the things that I do like about this car very much is because it's got that AC charging, there is a little bit more variety of chargers that you can use that will charge the car at a sensible speed. Especially up in Scotland, there's quite a lot of 22 kilowatt hour posts, which for a Nissan Leaf are basically useless. Whereas with this, 22 kilowatts, a couple of hours, you literally stop off in some town somewhere, have lunch, and by the time you've finished lunch, you've gone from empty to full. Also, in my experience, the AC chargers tend to be a little bit more reliable than the DC quick chargers. This is a pretty good example of why I never like to plan a journey in an electric car where you can only just make it with a couple of miles left in the battery. We actually went past the turning I wanted. We're now going back, because what we're going to do is we're going to grab a McDonald's. It's very definitely lunchtime, and he's been such a good boy with the fingers. I'm thinking like a Happy Meal with one of those little, I think they're Furbies you get at the moment. Might be a really good treat for him. What do you think, Jasper? Is that a nice treat?
Yeah.
There we go, fantastic. The noise that it makes when it's going at a low speed, the sort of pedestrian alert noise, sounds like some kind of aircraft. Hey, what do you think of the new wheels? Very nice.
What do you think of the new diamond head?
Sucking fingers is now over, but that seems to mean that treating him a lot is... Did I mention the walkaway door locks? Cool. I just thought it was a bit of a treat to stick him in the front. It shouldn't be in the front, should it? Why not? He's on ISOFIX. I don't see why there's any problem with it. Yeah, thinking about it logically, I can see no reason why it'd be more or less safe than being in the back. So what do I think of this car? I think it's amazing, actually.
What's smaller than a Leaf?
It looks it, yes, it is smaller than the Leaf, but it also, I've just done 100 miles in this car without charging, and it's still got 45 miles left on it. And that's in winter, with a fair amount of water and rain on the road, doing, well, 55 to 70 miles an hour, traffic dependent. It's not going to do the Nürburgring at any kind of significant speed, let's put it that way.
But does it accelerate well? I feel like an electric car.
Yeah, 0 to 30 it does. It's not very quick beyond that, but it's doable.
They're expensive, aren't they?
These aren't that expensive. Now in theory, if I couldn't drive a Tesla, I would immediately head down to the Renault dealership and pick myself up one of these. What was the reason I came back into the car? What was it? Oh yes, now I remember. Okay, I think I'm probably gonna bring today's video to a close because it's getting late. I can't take any good shots of the car today because it's raining. So I hope you've all enjoyed today's vlog post. If you have, remember to like it, share it and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next installment of my daily vlog. Bye.
Mommy's got an electric Mercedes car.
Yeah, no, she hasn't, I'm afraid, Jasper. Mummy's got a diesel car. Yeah, that's not good. We want to get her an electric car though one day, don't we?